I dream.
Alright, I think Chris is back. She had stepped out to go to the fruit store around the corner. Alright, let me check a couple things before we get going here. I went to the park, did some stretches for my physical therapy, came back, Chris made more coffee. Someone just said over my TikTok, loved your Lord of the Rings Online cooking videos. That is a blast from the past because I haven't done those in like 4 years. That right there is a long-term follower right there. That's awesome. Yeah, when was the last time we did a Lotro cooking in real life episode? It's got to be like 4 years ago because it was before we moved. We've been here 3.5 years. It's got to be more than. It's got to be like 4.5 years. That right there is a long-term fan. That's awesome. Seeing comments like that crop up, it's like you know they've been around a while. That's Rita over on TikTok. Kick ass, man. Hey, I'm just clearing my Instagram really quick because in between the time that I went for a walk and got back, we got like another 150 followers on Instagram and a bunch of comments. So let me clear these really quick. Hang on. Yeah, it's like I've used that clap back a few times. Great. Not only that, it's like this isn't a supermarket. It's not the supermarket. And it's not an airport. You don't have to. You don't have to tell us your arrivals and departures. Like, do you shout that every time you go into the grocery store? Hey guys, I'm here. And then you leave. Hey guys, I'm leaving. Like, no one cares. All right, that's done. Let's get over here and check. All right, first thing is probably gonna be water. Yeah, I definitely need water. Oh, I forgot to ask my wife what kind of cookies she brought back. And I may need to go get a cookie here in a minute. But first, we got to make some filters, get my filters going. silicone blocks. Find some more of those. Got a whole bunch of lubricant. I can go stash over here. Boop, 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 boop. Beep, beep, boop, bop, beep, bop, boop. Boop, boop, beep, bop, boop, beep, bop, boop. 20 days, 20 hours. Wasn't quite enough to fill it all the way, but it did get us close. I wonder if it used all or if we're like capped out on a certain type. Ah, we've got plenty of the industrial grade, so it was the other ones. What's up? No. So you lost him? Did you bring cookies? Okay. I may need to go help her look for a cat. She said Smeagol disappeared on her after he ate his snack. And hopefully that means he just went and... Did you find him? I want this. Thank you. Do I need to help you look? I'm gonna have to go help her look here in a second. Steaks. I didn't make steaks. Steaks are maybe tomorrow or Saturday. Is today Friday or is today Thursday? Ah! No! I am a pig that fell out of the container all over me and crumbles. I'm gonna have to clean myself up. Damn it! And that's why you shouldn't eat at your desk, kids. Anyway, steaks are gonna be tomorrow. If tomorrow is Saturday, it's gonna be Saturday or Sunday. I'll cook the steaks. All right, hang on. All right, the cat has been found. He was under the bed. She said, "I looked under the bed." Uh-huh. All right. Those are refining. That's refining. Hang on, I'm checking my package really quick. You thought I left the stream via the ornithopter? Hey man, it could probably happen. You never know. Okay. That's done, that's done, that's done. Alright, let's go ahead and figure this out. Grab my filters. Sort this out. Yeah, you can't let your generators run out. Chop, chop, transcend. You know what I did? I have a Google Calendar alert on my secondary base because I hardly ever go over there, but I don't ever want to lose it. So I literally have a Google Calendar the day before the shields are going to run out so that I'm reminded, hey, go stick 500 or 1,000 fuel cells in the shields to run it for the next 2-3 weeks, whatever it is. So every 3 weeks, I just literally, it's a Google alert. My phone goes off and it tells me, hey, check the shields. And I go, okay, go run over, check the shields. Because otherwise, I would forget. This base, I don't forget at the moment because I'm here every single day. So I just always, generally speaking, every day I make lube and stick lube in, and I keep it within the 15 to 20 days mark, more or less. The only time it drops below that is when I build stuff. So I had built a bunch of stuff for the T6 production line, and I am finally caught back up again. And honestly, I don't think I will ever need to build another anything here unless we ever put a T6 fabricator here, a refiner, which I don't think we will. I don't think I'll ever put a large spice refinery down in here because that's all happening out in the deep desert. So this empty space will just be empty forever. This, however, is going to get used soon because, well, next week. We'll finish the carrier thopter probably on Tuesday. What's up, Babylonia? Because the guild will have some excess spice melange to bring back, and I got to check in with Blackthorn and the guys and figure out what they need to do the rebuild next week, and then whatever's the excess is what I will use to build finish the carrier thopter build. Yeah, just max it out, Transcend. It's 3 weeks. It takes all of, maybe 20-30 minutes to find the fuel cells that you need, and then you're good for, 3 weeks. All right, let's see here. think I can run out to this solo. I might do that. I might go do the solo hard T6 dungeon because that one gives me T6 stuff and we need more T6 stuff. I think that's like D7 or something. Big thing though is going to be make sure I have enough. Why am I still carrying that? To get rid of that. Oh, it started to fill up my. Oh no! Why are you putting things? I'm gonna have to sort that out. I don't want excess lube in here. Damn it. I don't know if it's the same as the. Like the bushes are. God, we just did this the other day. I think the bushes are like under a minute, or maybe they're like 90 seconds. The bushes are like they're like a minute or a 90 seconds or something. You just stand there and they come back. So there's like no reason to ride your bike up and down. Just find a spot where like 6 bushes spawn and just sit there for 30 minutes. And you'll get like 300 bushes and then you're good on bandages and whatever else you need the bushes for. I don't know if fuel cells do that though. I haven't checked the respawn on the fuel cells. That's a good call. Gray. I didn't think about that. $10 on the cells? That's not bad. Bubbleonia. There was so much lube in that chest that its inventory is now evidence in the Diddy trial. But tis. Go, aluminum ore! And I will worry about plastinium later. Okay, how much heavy darts do I have? Heavy darts, light darts, light. No, I need heavy darts. Let's find me some. I'm gonna have to go find some metal, I think. Do I really not have any metal? To make ammo? Are you shitting me? I don't believe you are shitting me, sir. But, well, I see. Yeah, I got no. Oh, I probably should start getting fuel cells. I don't think I have any metal. I'm gonna have to go do some metal scrounging. Hold that thought. Because I got to make armor. Not armor, ammo. Are there any metal pieces in the timeout? Salvaged metal! Yeah, we do need salvaged metal though, so apparently I need to run around really quick and find some more salvaged metal. Yay for T-pose! Whee! I am the ultimate gamer. Heavy darts, please. There, max 32. That's plenty of darts. I need so much lube to power this base that unfortunately your mom has ran out. Oh, I'm getting all this shit. Hello. 2 fuel cells and a scavenge metal. And there's a third one right here. Dude, I don't know if you're in the vicinity, Allie, but there was 3 fuel cells right outside of my base. I just looted them, but in like 10 minutes, come back if you need more of these fuel cells. Fuel cell boxes. God, if I can hit the fucking mark. Like, one down the ramp and then just go around the base at the base, where your old base used to be. Oh, that's why my battery's running out so much. This is a T6, Dude, why do you keep pulling out your thing, man? Put it away. Stop playing with it. Oh, that doesn't make nearly as many heavy darts as it does light darts. Come back here. We're gonna make more. Dude, stop pulling out your frickin' cutter. Why are you pulling out the cutter? It's like he just wants to show it off no matter what. It's like he's got this involuntary urge to just whip it out. No, no, no. Stop. Pause. Stop. Stop. I did not click glow tube, motherfucker. I clicked darts. D-A-R-T-S. Darts. You see what no one realizes, says Hector, is that Diddy was using the lube in his Dune playthrough. Alright, that gave me a little more. Guard says my storage chest eats aluminum. What's the name of my cutter ray? Big bad cutter ray. Diddy was definitely a Harkonnen with all the people in cages. Smacking them around, dragging them through hallways and stuff. That's definitely a Harkonnen. Psh, bitch, get over here. Grab him by the hair, drag him to the cage. That's Harkonnen. For sure, that's Harkonnen. What's up, Hobo Star? What's up, Z-Ray? This is the Tarl cutter ray, which is a T6 cutter ray, I think, or high T5. I always forget. Okay. Sorry, allegedly he was a Harkonnen. Allegedly, that's right. Even though the videos clearly show allegedly. You do not do that to me. Get on up. Alright, I think I'm going straight to that gnarly deep desert testing station. The solo one. I've never tried to solo one of those before. Not the group one. The other one. The one that's, I think, a solo one. And I'll go see what I can see. I think it's in D7. And then if we see any fights along the way, shake it off, shake it off. We got Foundation episode 2 of season 3 today, everybody. So after the stream, that is the agenda. I will be getting that viewed and reviewed. Yesterday was the first 2 episodes of season 3 of Star Trek: Strange New Worlds. This is D8. 8, 8, 8. There it is, right there. I'm going to the solo one, Babylonia, not the group one. The group one is where the guild base is. And I don't really care about killing mobs in this one. All I'm really there for is the stuff that's in the chests. So I don't mind if there's people in there. I just want the looty patootie. Sticky notes on the monitor to keep your track of stuff, says Greg. Day tripping. It's a while to get out here. And I should probably get another cup of coffee. I'll probably go try the group one with guildmates on Saturday or Sunday. I guess tomorrow is Saturday, so probably the next couple of mornings. Somewhere down in here. I think is that the entrance right there? No, I think it's on the other side. Oh, I don't have the right keyboard in front of me. Ha ha ha! I need to take that away and put that on. No, damn it. I clicked the wrong thing. Alright, now I've never tried to do one of these solo before, and they were quite a bit more challenging when we were doing them in the group, so if there are bad guys, I'm gonna have to be careful, because they might kick my booty. Booty patootie. No, this is the Mendex set, but I have the Atreides variant Hobo Star. Atreides variant, heavy armor. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Why did that say zone change? Hold up, wait a minute. No, 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 no. I'm sorry. We are not in a PvP zone. What was that? We are in the D zone, ladies and gentlemen. This should not be a PvP testing station. Is that a bug? Did I find a bug? Holy shit. I'm gonna go Google this really quick. That can't be right. That's gotta be a bug. I'm guessing this is a bug. No, no, I'm not in the PvP zone right now. I'm in the PvE section. But it definitely tried to flag me when I went down. It said zone change in 4 seconds, and I'm like, no, 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 let's back the fuck out. I'm checking the Dune Awakening official server. I'm checking the known. I'm going to look at the known issues. Well, I'm not going in there. I don't see that in the known issues. Oh, so someone is saying there is a control point. That's what I just saw. I need to go check this. Where do I have my controller? Someone said there's like a control point outside that is flagging. I don't know where that control point would be. In any case, apparently D7 is bugged this week because of something, and it's flagging you as PV. Like it's flagged as a PvP testing station, and it's not supposed to be. So I am not gonna go in there because I don't want to do PvP. So my plans to do that are now nixed. Excuse me. Unfortunately, I do not have my still suit out here to go like shipwreck hunting or like fallen shipwreck hunting or I don't think that's a spice bloom. I'm gonna meander towards the guild base, and if I see a spice bloom, I'm gonna grab it. Well, voodoo. Alright, keep our eyes peeled for any spice we might see. Let me grab the other controller. Also think about getting a cup of coffee. Another cup of Joe. Why do we call it a cup of Joe? Does anybody know? Why isn't it called a cup of Jim? A cup of Bobby? A cup of your mom's... Yeah, we're not going to say. But why is it called a cup of Joe? Anybody know? I do not. Nor do I see any spice blows on the... Oh, that might be a spice blow. That's going to be in the PvP section, though, probably. I lost sight of it now. That probably wasn't anything. If we see any fallen ships, we're gonna go get them. If we see any spice blows, we'll go get some spice. I do know the guild is like, there's a worm. The guild has, oh, a blow just happened over there. I think. How far away might that be? I'm in the D row. That's gonna be out in PvP territory. I'm not willing to do PvP. Although, where am I now? Yeah, that's gonna be in PvP territory. Not willing to do it. I do know the guild has gotten an exceptional amount of spice in the last 48 hours, so I'm not too stressed about it. Renfail says, average Joe. Some believe Joe is a slang term for the average person who coffee became known as the average Joe's drink. Hobo Star said it's called a cup of Joe because they were trying to cater to the common man, the common Joe. JK says one popular theory links it to Josephus Daniels, the U.S. Secretary of the Navy in the early 20th century, who banned alcohol on Navy ships. Interesting. I vaguely remember. I think we asked this question a few months back, JK, and I think you gave me that answer too. I think I remember that vaguely. People Googled faster than me says great. I don't see any fallen ships at the moment. More spy suppose. I think we're going to move over to the alt pretty quick this morning. What blend do I have? It's an espresso roast. I don't remember. I get it off of Amazon every couple of weeks. Oh, mocha is so delicious. I like my mocha. Yeah, if you're getting flagged as PvP because they flew over a stupid point. Once I land, I can show you guys my coffee brand. Because I gotta go get a cup anyway, and I'll bring a bag in. Because I don't remember. It's a Mexican brand that we buy. What I might do is grab some spice. If we have a surplus of melange, I might steal some melange, take it back, and work up the carrier thopter. Before I do that, I'm gonna go grab another cup of coffee. My spare bag is buried under a whole bunch of other stuff in the cabinet, so I'm just gonna go to Google or Amazon and tell you what it is, because I don't remember. Amazon, my buddy, my friend. I drink Blason Cafe Molita Gourmet Espresso Robusto. Hey, cool. Somebody's actually got a picture of the bag. Here, I'll go pull this up. That's what I drink. That's the coffee that we drink. It's not even coffee, it's an espresso roast. It's an Arabic blend. And it is very, very good. But it's a coffee, it's a Mexican coffee, and it is delicious. But that's what we've been drinking for probably 3 years, maybe 2.5, 3 years. There was a brand we used to buy, um, which is another. We always just get Mexican coffee, um, meaning coffee from Mexican plantations. Um, I can't remember the name of the brand we used to buy, but we only could find it in the city, and when we left Mexico City, we haven't been able to find it anywhere. And they didn't sell it on Amazon, so they were like a local blend that was making it out in Mexico City, and they were really good. But they did their own like roasting and stuff, but they didn't sell on Amazon, so no way to get it where we live. And the stuff they sell at the supermarkets, there's a whole blend of stuff, but it's not. It's all right. But that stuff's pretty good. That's what we've been drinking for a couple years now. All right. I am going to rob a little bit of the spice melange, I think, and take it back to the base and work on the carrier. I think I'm okay to do that. I don't know that we need it for anything. Let me go check the Discord before I do that. Make sure that we don't have any direct need for it. I think it just depends on the tier you're at, Hobostar. I just asked in Discord, so I'm gonna wait and see if anybody is around to answer. Because if we don't have a direct need for the melange right now, I'm probably gonna take those 289 back with me, and that should theoretically be enough to finish off the. It might not be enough, but I can, I'll work on building more parts for the Carriothopter. Actually, I'll probably need to take the full stack of 500 because, but I want to wait till Tomb says they've got about 1,200 melange processing as of this morning. So it sounds to me like I could probably take 500 out of here and we'll be fine. The spice harvester is running anyway right now. Oh yeah, Jesus, it's processing a whole bunch of those. That's 41 times 10. Yeah, that's a lot. I could definitely take. So I'm gonna take a stack. All right, that's in Discord. I'm gonna go grab that, and we're gonna go back and theoretically build the rest of the carrier thopter this morning. Do I have space to carry that? 100? Yes. Okay. Alright, let's get out of here. Oh yeah, we just got our medium refiner. Yeah, day before yesterday? Not all of us bum rushed to the end of the game. Some of us have been taking our time. So we just got our medium refiner. I want to say the day before yesterday. I actually built it on stream. Probably be another week or two before we get our large. We're about to get our carrier thopter though. Wow, they're still running off a medium space refiner? Some of us don't live in our mom's basement and play 24/7. Some of us actually do other things with our lives. Alright. That, honestly, I don't know if we have all the other pieces, but we should be really close. We may need some more plastinium, in which case I'll go back to the guild base, grab some more of that. Um, but we should have enough. I just gotta check what are the other bits and pieces we need. I mean, honestly, the only thing that I'm still waiting on, Thorgan, like, I've done everything I wanted to do. Like, if I eventually do a big spice blow in the deep desert, it'll be cool. But mostly I'm getting this built so that all the guild members can use it and go do what they want to do. And then I'm gonna go jump on the alt here in a little bit. We're gonna finish the day off playing the alt because I got my Harkonnen character that I'm building up. But I'm literally in the point now where I'm just sort of doing dailies until they drop the next story update, or until they drop, you know, the solo and small group Landsrad content. Because I've done 100% of the contracts and all of the Atreides storyline of this character and the main story, so I'm waiting for a story drop to progress this character. So all I have left on this character is deep desert crafting stuff. I don't care about like tier 6 gear, so I'm just crafting things for the guild to use in their continued exploration. Meanwhile, I'm focused on my Harkonnen alt. And then at some point, when I'm done with that, hasn't happened yet, but whenever I finish with my Harkonnen alt, I will officially be at the point where I no longer feel the need to log in every single day. I'll just log in like once every week to make sure that my shields are good, my taxes are paid, and then until they drop a story content, and then I'll go play the story content. And then if the guild are doing things on the weekends, I'll probably drop in and do. But I'm getting to that point. Probably within the next, if they haven't dropped a story update by the end of, what is today? Yeah, if they haven't dropped a story update by the end of the month, July or August will probably be when I start to. I'll stop playing every single day. But I've still got at least another couple of weeks of playing every single day. So we're not there yet. Where the hell did it stick me? Oh wow, my base is way over there. That's right, and I am playing the complete game for people who can't play it yet because they don't, maybe some people don't have gaming PCs and they wanted, they're waiting for the console edition so they could just watch my playthroughs. That's what they're here for. But I am getting to the point, like I said, if they haven't dropped a story update by August, by early August, I'll be at the point where I'm coming over the next couple of weeks to the point where I will no longer need to log in every single day to do things. It'll be like maybe 3 times a week, which is, it's been that way, and I knew it was going to be that way from the beginning, and I've told people a bunch of times, but it's still going to come as a surprise to some people. They're going to be like, why are you abandoning Dune Awakening? It's like, no. Live service games are like this. Live service games like Lord of the Rings Online, Star Wars Republic. I don't play those games all day, every day. Like, I'll play them really hard and heavy for 2 to 3 months every year. And then in between those 2 to 3 month sessions, I play them 2-3 times a month. I just log on and get the things done that I need to do for maintenance stuff. But I've just about wrapped up because the only thing I haven't seen is the Harkonnen storyline, which is what I'm working on with my alt, and the betrayal storyline to betray to the Atreides, which is what I'm doing with the alternate character. I'm not doing any base building with him. It's a challenge run. It's going great. So we'll probably go. We're gonna go play him here in a little bit, but right now we're gonna go do some more carrier thopter stuff. I think. Hopefully we can make this build. Yep. There will absolutely, it's absolutely going to happen, Hector. There will be a week of players going, Renfail, why have you abandoned Dune Awakening? It's like, I didn't abandon it. Like, this has been I told everybody from the very beginning, like, I'll be playing this probably pretty hard and heavy for about 2 months, but I anticipate that after about, so I would have to calculate my stream hours. I think Steam tells me I'm around 300, but I know if you count, there's a lot of stuff where I've just hung out on stream and talked with people, so I'm like, if you count beta time, I'm probably over 400 hours for sure. All right, let me get a notebook, guys, and I need to shut up and stop talking for a minute because this is gonna I gotta do math and make sure I don't fuck this up because this is a really complex thing with a lot of moving parts, and I think I just needed the 2 holes. And I don't know what else, so this is the way. That's right, Babylonia. This is why you don't go ballistic on Reddit and demand the dev team be fired. Oh, I saw somebody the other day was, so Natasha and Christina and some of the development team are on vacation. And I have seen some ridiculous comments because they're on Twitter posting their vacation shots and stuff. And I've seen some ridiculous comments in the Dune Awakening Discord about how dare these people take vacations when there are still bugs that need to be fixed in the game. And it's like, first and foremost, those are people who work on the marketing team. And they have been busting their asses for the past several years. Christina, as an example, has been my go-to for everything that I've done from a content creator's perspective, working on as one of the content creators for Funcom on this game in the content creator program. She has been our point person. I've been working with her for like, I want to say 2 years, and she has been like always there every day, just busting her ass. And she's taking a vacation. People are like, wow, how dare these Dune Awakening developers take vacations when the game still has bugs? It's like, get the fuck out of here. Like, these people have been working, 40, 50-hour weeks for several years on this game. They just launched it and they don't have the right to take a vacation. Like, sometimes people make some really stupid, asinine. The customer is always right. I demand satisfaction. No. Get out of here. That's right, Babylonia. I'm going to get high on math real quick. All right. Carrier Thopter. Side hole. I need 56 plasteel composite armor. All right. Plasteel composite armor plating. I'm gonna make 28 to start. I'm not sure that it takes 2, so I'm gonna start with 1, and I just want to make sure. So I need to craft an amount. We need 28. I'm gonna double check. Someone told me that it takes two side holes. I want to confirm that it takes 2 side holes before I waste all of these. Before I go spend all of these and accidentally overspend. Let's confirm that it takes 2 side holes for the carrier thopter. At the very least, if it does take 2 side holes, I've got the side holes done, and then we just got to get the tails. That's 1 side hole. Oh, I almost didn't make it. Oh, touchdown. Like a glove. Okay. Yep, it's definitely 2 side holes. So there's 1. Okay. So I need 1 more for sure. Okay. Well, just wanted to confirm before I overspent. I've already got the wings made, so... I forgot I could have just jumped in there. Alright, we need 28 more plasteel composite armor. while that's crafting, what do I need for the... Somebody said 2 tails as well. Huh, that's going to be more plasteel composite armor. So that's going to be the weak point. Is going to be making 60 of those. I wonder what I'm going to need. I bet I'm going to have to go check the guild base and see if we got those. Because what are we going to be low on? Armor plating. I bet I could just go buy a bunch of armor plating off the broker in Arakeen, to be honest with you. I can also double check my personal chests, but I think I already put all my personal chest armor plating in here. So I'll probably just need to run to the Arakeen, grab a bunch of armor plating off the broker. Hopefully there's some available on the broker. We've got plenty of plasteel plate, plenty of spice. 6th trial done. Henrik says, hey everybody, 6th trial being done in sunny Malta. Cheers and melange beer. That's right. Alright, this is going to be the other side hole. Someone said so. I know I need a haircut right now. But I have been gaming with Bedhead and Bedbeard for like several years now on this stream. I'll put a hat on when my hair is really out of control. But we've had some new people come over because of all the shorts recently, freaking out about the fact that I am always disheveled on the streams. Like, he needs to start making himself look professional. And it's like, I kind of feel like I've reached the point of like Jack Nicholson level of like not give a fuck, where I don't have to worry about it. It's like I just go. Now, why is this wanting to put it on the other side? Did it put it on the first side? Module already attached. So, how do I get this? Ah! It just looked funny. Okay, now, if I'm not mistaken, I do have the wings. I could probably attach the wings now. Like, I had somebody who's like, Jesus, this guy looks rough for being 45. And it's like, I mean, I look 45. But at the same time, like, this is why I just don't care. It's like, I'm playing with Bedhead. I literally get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, the alarm goes off, and I immediately jump on a stream. That's the first thing I do. And I don't do anything beyond that. 10 times 8 is 80. 8 times 5, I should be able to put all these in here. Straight in my inventory. That's right, Girl of Shadows. We are happy Duning. We're about to finish our carrier thopter here. I'm a little short on armor plating, but that should be able to be solved with a quick trip to Arakeen if there's some on the exchange. Alright, let's attach some. Yeah, the Ornithopter is a big quality of life improvement once you get your first one. all that's left are 2 tail pieces. So, I need a boatload of armor plating. So if I don't have any in my chests, we're going to go to the city and buy some. Hopefully, I can buy some. Pretty sure I could buy some from the trading posts if I need to. I seriously doubt I have any of these chests. Nope. 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 Alright. Let's do Arakeen first and see if they have. Brighthammer asks, how I like Destiny 2. I have put out an early thoughts video on Destiny 2. Go take a look at that in the Destiny 2 playlist over on YouTube. It'll give you all of my early thoughts on the game and how I'm enjoying it, what I'm enjoying specifically. Should be another 6 or 7 episodes getting put into that playlist today, cut down from the live stream this morning. We did about 3.5 hours today. Alright, so armor plates. I think is the only thing we're missing. I didn't check to see how many I need. I'm just going to go buy a whole bunch because I need them for other projects. Anyway, no, track Arakeen, please. Free engagement, look at that. Free engagement over on Twitch. I'm loving that free engagement. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. If you know, kids. By the way, free engagement is going to be one of the slogans we're going to be putting on the merch that we've got coming up. Should have the merch up in another, maybe next month. We'll see. If I don't have the merch shop up in August, it'll be in September. Oh, he keeps coming back, Grill of Shadows. It's hilarious. That's why I keep letting him do what he's going to do. He's going to rant for 5 minutes and then he'll disappear because his mom's going to call him to go do chores, and so he'll have to leave his mom's basement to go do his chores. So we just let him do what he's going to do. Add permissions to vehicles. Thorgan says if they think that's rough for 45, they don't want to see me. There's a couple of, there's some trailer trash TikTok accounts that I've seen pop up, which have some people who are in their 30s that look like they're in their 60s, just missing teeth. And I'm like, I look my age for sure. But a lot of it's just because the white and the beard and the messy hair. The places I'm looking at, Heinrich, should be able to ship internationally. Yeah, there's going to... The one place I'm looking at in particular, it's the same place that Co-Carnage uses. And they had actually reached out to me last May. 4 of their team members reached out to me last May. And I never responded to any of them because I wasn't ready to do merchandise. I reached back out to one of those people yesterday. I haven't heard back yet. Today, when I finish the stream, I'm going to reach out to the other 3 people and see if they're still on the line or not. But that company, assuming that's the company I go with to do merch, they make merch in the US, Mexico, Europe, and Asia. So they have worldwide shipping and creation. So yes, merch will be available worldwide whenever we get to that point. I want to buy. What are these? What are they going to be? Components? What would they be under? Armor plating. There are none available. Holy shit. Okay. I wonder if the merchants sell any. Merchants are back around here. Jorn says I want a Banhammer themed coffee pot. Banhammer strikes.
Oh, hey there, friend. Looking for anything special?
I am. Do you sell armor plating? You do. You sell 20. That's not enough. I'm going to have to look at all of the merchants in here to find enough armor plating, probably. And I'm probably going to have to visit every single one of the crossroad
Welcome back.
stations. Alright, you do not sell any. Are there any other merchants in here? Probably not. I'm going to have to go back to the... It's probably only going to be through the trade posts and trading post merchants. Yeah, Girl Copies. The place I'm looking at does everything. So, coffee mugs, t-shirts, patches, mouse pads, sweaters, hoodies, like anything you could think of that I want to stick my logos on, I can put it on. So, I'm definitely going to get coffee mugs. That's my number one. I'm a big coffee mug fan. Mohammer, you should go check out the video I made yesterday on my early thoughts on Destiny 2 for new players, because I am 100% playing as a solo player. That's how the game is designed to be played. There are group stuff that, group activities like strikes that you can do, but they're 100% optional. The main campaigns of the game, the story campaigns, are 100% designed for solo play. That's the short version. Go watch the video for more information. It's in the playlist for Destiny 2, or you can just go to the videos section on YouTube and check for yesterday's video on early thoughts on Destiny 2. Came out yesterday morning, some point. Oh, I know where Chris went. I hear her banging on something with a hammer. She probably went to the hardware store and got lumber. I wonder what she's building. So this is the beautiful part about my wife. She doesn't have to tell me anything. She never asks me for help or anything. She just goes and does it. So I'm going to go out there in a little bit, and there's going to be something new built, and I'm not going to have a clue what it was until I go take a peek at it. Why would I want to, Brighthammer? That's the better question. Why would I want to live there? When there's a whole wide world of places you could potentially live, why wouldn't you want to go somewhere really cool and live somewhere where there's the things that you really love? Why not live where your loved ones live? Why not live where your spouse's family lives? Like, there's this mistaken belief that if you're not living in a specific place, then you're not living your best life. It's like, what?
Still alive, are you?
I own everything I have. It's paid for in full. My wife's family is 20 minutes down the road. This guy does not sell armor plating. Right? I don't see armor plating. I wonder if the other... Right? I'm not blind. So I have been living abroad since 2008. I lived in Bulgaria for a few years, then I went and lived in Bogota, Colombia. I've lived in Mexico. I've lived all around the world. It's pretty awesome because you know what? The world is a big place. And we are international human beings. Like, we are planet Earth. That's our home. Just because you were born in a certain place with fabricated boundaries doesn't mean that you have to stay there if you don't want to. It's pretty awesome. You can go wherever you want to in the world. Highly suggest people get passports and explore the world around them. It was pretty awesome doing travel full time for the years that we did it because you get to experience all sorts of different cultures, foods, points of view, things that human beings have built over the millennia, really. Probably one of the coolest places I've ever lived was when I was living in Bulgaria because there's like 8,000 years of history in the ruins. You could be driving down the countryside, there's a bunch of sheep in a field to the right, and there's some Thracian ruins, and then you look to the left and there's Byzantine ruins, and then you drive 10 minutes down the road and there's a bunch of Roman ruins, and it's like, fuck, I'm surrounded by like 8,000 years of history. And some of these vineyards have been there for 6,000 years. You go to Italy, you've got olive trees that have been around for hundreds of years.
Welcome back. What'll it be?
Do you sell armor parts, lady? I probably gotta go to Harco. Yeah, she doesn't sell any either. So the guy in Arakeen sold some. Let me go see if I have enough to build the two tails. If I don't, I'm gonna have to go to Harco and grab some more. I don't think I have enough, but we're gonna go find out. Silly, Mr. Right, Gray? That's how you felt in Korea. You could feel the history in the air. It's a pretty cool world we live on. Once you start getting out there and exploring things, there's some really cool stuff you can find all around the world. I know Chris is really... I think the only place that we have left that Chris really wants to go to, she wants to go to Japan at some point to explore Japanese culture and history. So I think here in a few years, once we're at the point where we can have people coming and watching all the animals, I think we will probably go take a trip. Thankfully, I was very blessed when I worked in the travel industry, so I've seen all the places I ever wanted to see, knocked everything off my bucket list that I wanted to knock off. And now I get to do this for fun. There are worse things to do in life. How does one make money in this game, asks Kim. I made all of my money running the testing stations in the Deep Desert Row A. There's 6 testing stations that you can solo in T5 gear from Haga Basin, Kim. And I was getting about 250,000 credits per day running those by taking the schematics out and selling them on the exchange. So I made like 1.5 million credits really quick. And I'm sitting on, I still have 750,000 credits in the bank. I don't need money for anything. Like, that's literally just going to sit there and pay my taxes for the next 2 years. I literally am done. Like, the only thing I will spend money on at this point is when the Landsrad vendors pop up. Like, I just bought some unique armors this week. I'll probably buy some unique, if they ever pop up the weapons vendors, I'll buy some unique weapons. But yeah. Use the exchange. Use the exchange. Oh yeah, those schematics. Like, I was selling schematics. Like, some of the schematics for like 15,000, some for 10, but a lot of schematics were selling. Like the compactor. I sold a compactor schematic for like 150,000 3 times. I sold a laser weapon for 150,000. I sold a whole bunch of stuff for like 75, 80,000 Solaris. So yeah, just farm the A row and you'll sell stuff. The prices have probably gone down a little bit now because many people are but there's always people playing, so you know. All right. Chat's going by too quick. I gotta go check the individual chat things. I gotta check Twitch chat and YouTube chat here real quick. Armor plating is an anvil, says Garrett. Okay, thank you, Garrett. I'm gonna go back to Anvil Station here in a minute and make sure I go buy some. That was the one place I hadn't been yet. F8 Photo says, just saw your Instagram post on winning and now you have another follower. Welcome aboard. That post has been doing very well. That's right, Excalibur. People butthurt by that are losing at life. It's pretty awesome. World is a book. Those that do not travel only read one page. It's absolutely true. It just depends on the day too. Like, Girl of Shadow, like, today we've got 115 watching on YouTube right now, 31 watching on Twitch. Let's go to the Steam page. How many are watching on the Steam page? And it just depends on the day. We're pretty deep. I know last week when they did the new drops campaign, we had like 350 people watching on Twitch the first day, like 250 the second day, 150 people the third day. We have 300 people watching on Twitch on the Steam page right now. So we have a total audience of 300, 400, like 450 people watching right now. It just depends. Like, the average for my streams on Twitch for this game are usually around 60 to 80 after we've been going for a few hours. We're still pretty early in the stream right now. But we're also, like, out of the drops. Most people have already got their drops, so they'll watch here and there. But I multi-stream on YouTube and Twitch, so the numbers are different in both places. Sometimes they're bigger on Twitch than they are on YouTube. Usually they're bigger on YouTube than they are here. Bubble says I need a coffee mug, patch for my battle jacket, and probably a t-shirt or two. Thank you, sir. It's well, it's not arrow. Sorry, the A row, like row A. So if you haven't been to the deep desert yet, Kim, it's A row, B row, C row, D row, E row. It goes A through F. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. A through I. It's 9 up and 9 across. So A through I and 1 through 9. So A1 is going to be over here. A9 is going to be over here. That whole row of A1 through 9, there are 6 testing stations. That's the bottom row of the deep desert. I'll probably pop into the deep desert again later on today, and you can see it in action. But if not, you can... Are you watching on YouTube? You're on YouTube. Just go back in the stream like an hour, and you'll see me in the deep desert flying around. Everything's in grids. But it's the bottom row of the A. All of the A quadrants there's like 6 testing stations there that are the same every single week. It's the one section of the deep desert that does not get wiped clean. Alright, let me see what I need here to build 2 tails. And then we make it. Somebody, Garrett said anvil station has more armor plating. So if I need more anvil, if I need more armor plating, we'll go to anvil. I'm pretty sure it's 2 tails, so we're going to need 60 armor platings. Oh, I'm going to be short. So we're going to have... No, we're not. Are we? No. What? Yes. I can make 30 for now. I can't do math. So I need to go to Harco and Anvil. Yeah, a pinned list would be great, like in No Man's Sky does a pinned list, which works very well. Alright, I need to go to... Let's go to Anvil Station. Fuck is Anvil? I always forget all the way down here about my other old base. There's actually a post on my YouTube channel from maybe 2 years ago. Somebody asked about why do I have a homestead in Mexico, and I have a post on this channel actually, talking about that. My wife's from here. Why wouldn't I live here? But I talk about the costs all the time. Like, there's no reason for me to go everywhere. I have universal health care. I have high-speed internet. I have air conditioning. What more do I need? Everything's paid for. The land is paid for. The house is paid for. We've got a shitload of animals out back. Chris gets to do what she wants to do all day, every day, which is be a farmer. I get to do what I want to do every day, which is stream video games. Why would I trade that for what? Going and living somewhere where I'm going to spend $2,000 a month for healthcare alone, and then I'm going to have a vehicle, because you got to have a vehicle to get anywhere there, and the cost of living is 10 times higher. And that's stupidity. Like, stupidity. Not that it's stupid to live there if you're from there. What I mean is it would be stupid to trade what I have for that. Just so people understand the context. Like, why would I willingly go somewhere that's going to cost me thousands of dollars more per month to live? And it's not going to increase my quality of life one bit. Why would I do that? Yep, I have a homestead channel there too, Excalibur. So there's a different YouTube channel for the homestead stuff. Links are in the Discord and all over the place because I share shit all the time on my main social media accounts.
Not too bad. We had a bet.
Right, shittier food too, right, Bubbleinia? There he is, armor plating. Dip back into the home base on the way back to the deep desert. My brother has offered to let us put a tiny home on this property, and it's like, when I did the math, and again, it's been, we talked about this a couple weeks back. When I did the math on that, like, it was about 2 years ago when I did the math on that. our costs were going to go from, at the time, I think our cost of living every month was like $600, $700 a month. And our costs were going to go from $600 a month up to like $3,500 a month in Missouri, which is like middle of the road cost of living. And I was like, I am not willing to go like increase my costs per month by nearly $3,000 just to live closer. I mean, it's sucks that I'm not close to my brother's family because those kids are great kids. But we play games together on Sunday nights. We're always on Skype or Discord, not Skype anymore. We're always on Discord calls together every week. And then I live close to my wife's family here. It's like, we get some ridiculous stupidity in chat sometimes from people who have a false sense of superiority about where they live. Why would you want to live in another country? Oh my god. Well, that's what you call brainwashing. Oh, there's a guy on YouTube right now who's trying to be snarky about it. I know exactly who it is. They're asking the same questions. We have a troll who comes back, and he always asks the same question. He wants to know about the game studio. He wants to know about why I live where I live. And pretty soon he's going to say, just wait for it. He'll come back, and he'll make a comment about how... Just wait. He'll make some commentary about how I hate the place I was born and all this stuff, and he's completely wrong. He doesn't understand it. But he comes back every month or so and makes new accounts. Or he'll say something snarky along the lines of, well, you couldn't make it if you lived up north anyway. That's why you're hiding out where you live. And it's like, okay, buddy. So, it's the same trolls, man. They come back. They make new accounts. It's exactly, Girl of Shadow. It's planet Earth, not planet USA. It's planet Earth. Live where you want. Alright, let's go make a tail, and then see how many more of these I need. That's right, Hector. Oh, we forgot. That's right, it's Friday. Just gotta tell him that we're gonna call his mom. Alright, time to make a tail. Tail number 1. And we need 30 more of these. Oh, I still might not have enough with what I buy in Harco. I wonder if there's going to be any in the guild base. I might have to go back to the guild base and check it out. Alright, let's go to Harco and see how many we can buy there. It's probably going to be 20 is going to be the max we can buy there too. The other one, Girl of Shadows, I don't know if you were here earlier this morning, because somebody was, commenting on viewer numbers, and they try to make assumptions about viewer numbers. I don't think you were here for this part of the conversation, but we get same commentary. We've had probably 6 or 7 people over the last few days who are trying to do the math on that YouTube short about how I make a full-time living at this, and we're 3.5 years in, right? And they're trying to use the stream numbers. They're looking at stream numbers and going, well, you've only got X amount here and Y amount here on any given day. There's no way you're making more than this. And they're off by thousands of dollars per month. And we were talking about this morning. It's like, I have almost 9,000 videos on YouTube. And I upload like 20 videos a day. 15, 20. Because you were mentioning Girls of Shadow, traffic changes and everything else. It's not even about traffic. It's just about totality and size of your library. And so by having so many videos on YouTube, most of those, especially the more recent ones, anything within the last probably 3 to 6 months are making, it just depends on the video, but we're making dollars per day, sometimes tens of dollars per day. And then you have a back catalog that makes cents per day. And then you have another back catalog of older videos that make pennies per day. But when you add up 9,000 pennies per day, it adds up to quite a lot. On top of, all the memberships. And I had somebody there like, you only have like $50 a month from your Patreon. And I'm like, that's because I don't promote the Patreon. I haven't put a post on Patreon in 8 months. Of course there's only a handful of people who contribute to Patreon. I'm not promoting it. What's your point? There are still a handful of people who go to the Patreon page and they're like, here's $20, here's $5, here's $10. It's all comes together into a big pot that comes out to thousands of dollars per month of revenue. And I do all of those channel analytics and income reports on YouTube for our channel members. And those people who care, who want to know that kind of stuff, we talk about it. Usually quarterly, occasionally more than quarterly. I don't know where the merchants are in this place. Is there any benefit from Patreon? To whom? Is there a benefit to me? Sure. I make money through Patreon. Is there any benefit to the user? I don't know. There's a back catalog of like 6 years worth of content, 7 years of content on Patreon. I've published, let's see, the Patreon page has documentation from our MMORPG. It has documentation from our tabletop game. It has documentation from and dev diaries from our point and click adventure game. It has I did like a book club at some point. I did a Lotro cooking in real life show with my wife where we took recipes from Lord of the Rings Online, made videos on my YouTube channel, and then pushed all the photos and recipes to the Patreon page. That Patreon page has been around for like 7 or 8 years, and I used to run it all the time. And I think at our biggest point, we had like 130 members on Patreon. But then when my brother and I and my wife published our last game project, we published the tabletop game, and we published the last novel in that book series. That was last January. That was the last time I published anything on that Patreon page. So it's largely been a dead Patreon page for like a year and a half now. So yeah, it only has like 5 or 6 people who still contribute to it, and that's normal because there's nothing on it.
We don't trade with a tradie scum.
It's not you. At this point, I just look at it as like a tipping jar for people who want to go above and beyond like memberships on YouTube and subscriptions on Twitch. They go over to the Patreon page and they throw money in the tip jar.
Ah, you're back.
We used to, Girls of Shadow. Like, if you go back far enough, you'll find there's cooking videos of Chris and I doing cooking videos together. But not right now. It's not on our agenda. Oh, shit. So if you've bought these from Arakeen, you cannot buy them from the merchant in Harco. They're on the same loop. I did not know that. That's unfortunate. I guess I'll go out to the guild base and see if there's any more armor plating there. That's my... I am who says, why did you abandon your World of Warcraft series and clan? If you think I abandoned it, you weren't paying attention. You need to go back and watch the content related to that. Tioga wants to know the same. You should go back and watch the content related to World of Warcraft, and you will have the answers to your questions. Go to my YouTube channel, find the World of Warcraft channel, find the World of Warcraft playlist, watch the videos, and you will find out exactly why I moved on to other things. There was no abandoning. It was just I'm moving on to other things. I play lots of games. My channel has never been about one thing. Different people wanted to do different things. I'm looking for armor plating gray. The short version about World of Warcraft, for those of you who are lazy and don't want to go look it up, here's the short version. It was never supposed to be the cult of Renfail. And by the time we got to the end of the War Within, it had become the cult of Renfail, where if Renfail wasn't logging in, no one else was logging in. And I was never supposed to be the head of that guild. I was never supposed to be the person in charge or any of that stuff. But life happens, and people's commitments, things happen, people's commitments moved around. I am not in a position to run a guild, nor have I been in a position to run a guild for many years, because I do multi-streaming. I play lots of games. Variety of content creators, what I have been for a long time. And I had to move on to other projects, like I always move on to other projects. Some people viewed that as abandoning the guild. No, that was me moving on to do other things, because I had other things to do. It was like if you literally went and read the charter for that guild, it was literally established from day one. This is not the cult of Renfail, and yet there were people who still made it about, if Renfail's not on, we're not gonna play. And sorry, I got other shit to do. I mean, there's a chance that would happen, Gustav, but this is a little different this time around, because I'm not the founder of the guild. Like, I'm just here as a member of the guild. I would love to think that people will still play regardless of whether or not I'm here every single day, but that's not up to me. And that's honest. I told people from day one that I wasn't going to form a guild in this game for that reason, because when you're a streamer, people have weird parasocial relationship connections, and it's weird. It's a thing that I've just had to accept, because this is what I do as a day job. But yeah, that's why I will no longer ever be like, I think the last guild I managed with my brother was when we did World of Warcraft Classic, the Wrath of the Lich King stuff. My brother literally swore off MMOs forever after that. He's like, I will never play another MMO ever again. And I literally said the same thing. I was like, I'm with you there. Like, we're done. He and I managed communities together for like 10 years. Managed our gaming community. And before that, I had done like 10, 15 years in MMOs as a raid leader and a raid tank. I'm over it. I'm mostly focused on single player RPGs. If you look at my channel, the vast majority of what I play are single player RPGs. This is an exception, but if you watch how I play Dune Awakening, how do I play Dune Awakening every single day? Single player RPG. I rarely do any group content. Usually on Saturdays and Sundays, I'll get together with other members of the guild. We might do some guild content. But for the most part, it's a bunch of solo players contributing to a collective guild base and a collective idea. But like, I'm playing Death Stranding 2, I'm playing Destiny 2, I've got Tales of the Shire. You know, I'm mostly focused on single player RPGs. I love how this asshole in chat right now is like, bro, you left World of Warcraft in the clan because it wasn't getting enough views. Fuck off, I am who. Go watch my video on YouTube. You're being an idiot right now, and you don't know what you're talking about, and I'm gonna call your shit out. I literally just said the short version of why. I had other things to do. And it had become the cult of if I wasn't logging in, everybody else wasn't logging in. When I moved on to other things, I gave the guild to Metro, because he wanted to lead it. He got control of the Discord because he wanted to lead it. I have no idea what they're up to now. Somebody asked me the other day, are you going to come back? I said, yeah, when the next expansion drops, I would love to come back and play. I think it's midnight. It's coming this fall, maybe. We'll take a look at when the expansion hits. It's not going to be this chest. It's going to be the chest up top.
You just abandoned it because of traffic. You weren't getting any views.
No. Go watch the last video I did in World of Warcraft. What was it? Oh, that's right. You don't know because you don't actually watch. You haven't actually checked the YouTube channel, so fuck off. It was us finishing the raid for the War Within. We killed the Queen. That's it. I have nothing else to accomplish in the expansion. Like, we have killed the Queen. There is nothing left to do. There are no other raids. We have already accomplished everything that was to accomplish. I am done with the story. I am moving off to do other things. It's literally that simple.
But you have a commitment.
No, I don't. No. The guild charter specifically said this guild is not a cult of Renfail. I can't help it if some people treated it that way. Not my problem. I have a busy schedule and lots of games to play. Oh, armor plating! I'm totally taking this. We're gonna finish this build. All right, you know what, guys? You know what we're gonna do here in a second? Give me a second. Let me get up to the correct height. We're gonna go ban I Am Who from Twitter. Hang on, I gotta get high enough here so that I can properly ban him, because he's gonna get the ban hammer song, as he's being a little word I'm not gonna say on stream right now, but we are gonna ban him. So let me switch on over here. He'll get a final rant really quick. Oh, we're definitely going to play the song for him. We haven't done the song today. So prepare yourselves, everybody. We're about to ban a troll off of Twitch. Bye-bye, I Am Who. You have been banned. And here we go.
Strong hand, fist of iron, judgment falls. Hearts are dying, banhammer strikes. Tears like rain, justice served. Feel
their pain, yeah! Get out of my channel. Take your bullshit elsewhere, sir. I think I have enough Falcons. I found some in the guild chest, so I robbed it. That's right, Congo. Keyboard warriors. Oh, I'm 100% gonna engage them, John the Bomb, because it's free engagement and it makes me money, and I use those clips on social media. If you haven't watched the most recent clips, we've done 3 recent troll clips that have garnished us like 7,000 followers over the last 10 days, 7 to 10 days. And a whole bunch of new stream. Yeah, I'm definitely using free engagement from the trolls. 100% YouTube Shorts. 100%. TikTok Short, Instagram Reel, YouTube Short. 100%. They will live on in infamy forever, and I will make money off of them. And pretty soon we're going to have a merch store, and we're going to be using the names of the trolls to do discount codes on the merch store, so stay tuned for that. That'll probably be late August, sometime in September. You know who that was? I guarantee you that was one of the little pissy bitches who left the guild. We had, I want to say it was right before we did the Queen in World of Warcraft. we had like 5 or 6 members who left the guild because they weren't happy with how slow we were doing things. Like, we were having fun, we were doing it casual, and we had 5 or 6 sweaties in the guild who were getting tired with how slowly we were doing things, and we weren't killing the queen fast enough, and we had like 3 or 4 weeks in a row where we weren't able to do the queen, and we had people who were getting very frustrated. Those 5 or 6 sweaties left the guild, and I'll never forget this. Bubalonia is here. He might remember this. One of the guys actually sent me a private message on Discord, and he wrote this huge, long, like multiple paragraphs, and I shared it with the officers in the guild. He wrote like a paragraphs, plural, long message about how I'm a worthless twat who doesn't know how to lead a guild and all this other stuff, and how we're never going to succeed. And then like the week after, or maybe 2 weeks after that, we killed the queen without the sweaties, and it was just like, in your face, bitch. And I guarantee you that person ranting on Twitch right now was probably that person or one of the sweaties who left. I guarantee it. Guarantee it's one of those. Because who is gonna bring up World of Warcraft when I haven't played that game in like a year and a half? It's been a year and a half since I played World of Warcraft. Like last Christmas. Not this past Christmas, but like the Christmas before. Like, wait, was it this last Christmas? When did I last play World of Warcraft? Maybe it was this past Christmas. What did we do? I don't remember. Whenever we killed the queen, I'd have to go look at my YouTube videos. I feel like it's been a year and a half since I played World of Warcraft. Maybe it was 8 months ago. Either way,
You just left World of Warcraft because you weren't getting any.
are you kidding me? Hold on. Am I in Haga Basin? I'm safe. Hold up a second. I'm going to refute that really quick. By the way, give me 2 seconds here. I'm going to go to the main homepage for my YouTube channel. Give me 2 seconds. I'm going to show you guys something. The idea that I don't get any traffic on my World of Warcraft content is ridiculous. Because I literally have World of Warcraft as a main category, even though I haven't played the game in a year and a half. Hang on. Alright, here's my YouTube channel, right? Scroll down here. One of the main categories is, I believe, World of Warcraft. Oh, no, it's not. It used to be. It's not anymore. I do have a World of Warcraft playlist, though, so hang on. Let me go find it here. Can I sort by... Can I look up my own, or am I going to have to look it up from the back end? I may have to pull up the whole playlist here, if I can figure out how to pull up the whole playlist. Damn it. I wish there was a way to sort these by like alphabetical. Date added newest. Let's just scroll down here through here. There's a World of Warcraft playlist. Hang on. And the videos in that playlist have tens of thousands of views. The idea that I don't get views on my World of Warcraft content is ridiculous. Hang on, I'm gonna find this because now this is gonna eat at me because that little. That's right, kids. He got to me. I gotta prove a point now. Where is my World of Warcraft playlist? By the way, guys, I play a lot of video games. If you weren't aware, if you're tuning in for the first time. There's 3.5 years of content here, like almost 9,000 videos, and I gotta go find my World of Warcraft playlist. If somebody sees it before me, please yell at me because I'm scanning. There's a Cataclysm playlist, but that's not the one. You know what? It's probably going to be easier to look it up from the studio side. Oh, Renfail plays World of Warcraft. 408 videos. Here it is. View full playlist. So this is that's one of 3 playlists I have for World of Warcraft. So let's look at these views. Ultimate Beginner's Guide to the Best Hunter Pets, 1 year ago, 54,000 views. Ultimate Beginner's Guide how to set up a controller, play World of Warcraft with a controller, 33,000 views. Follower Dungeon Tutorial, 32,000 views. Which class should I play in 2024? So I did play World of Warcraft last year. 31,000 views. Ultimate Beginner's Guide to World of Warcraft in 2023, the Time Walking Guy, 16,000 views, 15,000 views, 13,000 views, 10. These are views going down. So the idea that I'm not getting or wasn't getting any traffic with my World of Warcraft content is ridiculous and purely... Yeah, so it wasn't a year and a half ago, Muller X. It had to have been like... When we killed the Queen, it had to have been like this past Christmas. So whenever that was. Matter of fact, if I set this to most recent... Right now it's based on... let's look date. 8 months ago was when we did the palace. So yeah, that would have been Christmas time. So I guess it wasn't a year and a half ago. It was 8 months ago when we did the Queen. Like 8 months ago. So yeah, the idea that you know, there's 400 plus videos in that playlist. The guides are always going to get the most video traffic because those have people who are actively looking for those things. Whereas the videos that are just of us killing a monster are always going to get the fewest views because it's just a boss kill. And I don't make boss guides, so it's not like me doing it was literally just us streaming and showing off our guild doing things in the game. Yeah. So, fuck that guy. He didn't know what he was talking about. I had to defend my honor. Sorry, guys. Sorry, not sorry. I gotta defend my channel too. Don't get any views of my World of Warcraft content. Get the fuck out of here. Bitch, I get paid! Whiskey Dad says, defend your T6 Alpha male controller usage. That's right. Yeah, last November, Babylonia. Whiskey Dad says he thinks that the World of Warcraft content was what brought the channel to his attention. Nice. Alright, let's go make the other. I need 30 of these in total, right? So I need another... I need another 17. Can I do math? Right? 17 and 13 is 30. I don't have a calculator. I better get this right. But I guarantee you that was one of the sweaties who left because we weren't killing the Queen fast enough. And they're circling back around just to be a dick. It's alright. We're gonna clip it and ship it. Man, I could have sworn the Queen was like a year and a half ago. Last November. So that's the 8 months ago, something like that. Feels like a lot longer ago. Bubblein says, this guild is invite only. We don't take randoms. If you follow the quest, you'll find a way to get into the guild. If not, best of luck. Love it. Love it. The guild is not open to randos. There is a quest to get into this guild. You must pass the test. I'm gonna be laughing about that all day now. You abandoned the World of Warcraft guild. Okay. Why'd you leave, Dad? You went out for a gallon of milk and you never came back. Vince, I got other games to play. Oh my god. Alright, moment of truth. Here we go. Alright kids, the carrier Thopter has been completed. It needs fuel. Do I have fuel on me? I have enough to give it 23%. Do I have any more? No item for refueling. Can I reskin this? Please tell me I can put like an Atreides. Are there no variants? Are there no variants for the carriers? Let me go get some more fuel. I was thinking there was, so I'm guessing the Assault Thopter was the last. They must not have a variant for the carrier. I got to take a screenshot too, guys, because we got to put that up in the guild Discord so that everybody knows the carrier thought. And I got to make like Blackthorn co-owner and Oblinia co-owner and people. Fuel cells. Let's make, I don't know. Hold on though. I gotta do some storage shit here. Before I do that, let's put this in the Assault Thopter. Right, that's what I'm afraid of, JK, is that the 23% will be just enough to take off, and then it'll be dead, and I'll, like, plummet to the ground. So I'm gonna make 3 of these bad boys and hope that's enough. Why would I raid in Destiny 2 when I play single player games? I don't do group content like that. Nope. Zero plans for any of that kind of stuff. I am there for the single player storyline, and that is it. Alright, let's go fuel this bad boy up. Don't you break on me yet, Suspensor Bill. Alright. Did it use a whole... Holy shit. It used a whole cell and only did like 30% battery, 30% of the fuel. Oh my god, that thing is a thirsty tank. Alright, it's full. Oh, it's about to become daylight. Let me get a screenshot of that bad boy. Print screen. And then let's get this over to the guild so that everybody can see. Alright, let me sort out the permissions on this bad boy. I did not know you could have so many people that sit in it with you. So you can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 passengers. Oh, I can just do this from the guild page. Hold up. Carrier, Thopter. Blackthorn. Okay, those guys have drivers and co-owners permissions to do what they want. I'm going to take this thing up for a spin really quick though, because I put a lot of effort into building it. Oh my god, it is a slow ass beast. But look at that. Oh god, it sounds amazing. Look at that. Would you look at that? Would you look at that? Let us get around here and get a proper screenshot, though, with the sun. Actually, I kind of would rather do it this way. I like the sheen. Badass, man. That's right. Just look at it. Look at it. Alright, I do not need to drive this thing around. I just wanted to take it up. And we have plenty of parking space for it, which is awesome. Oh, one thing I didn't check though. Oh wow, it's even got like a really cool hang on, there was one thing I didn't check and I want to see what it looks like. Interactions. How do you pick something up? I have no idea how to like pick things up with it. Interactions. Oh, you're right, you're not, excuse me, you're not wrong, RB. Oops, hang on. I wanna test this, because I didn't see the RB thing. I was looking in the, like, interactions button. Does that mean I could pick up 5 people? 6 total, including the, pilot. I want to pick up the Salt Thopter and try this, guys. Hang on. Oh shit! Oh, that is fucking cool! Oh my god! I just picked up my Assault Thopter out of the... Oh, that is dope! So how do I, Oh, wow, that is fracking cool, man. Alright, so now if I want to deposit it, I'm assuming I drop it again. And it puts it down. Dude! That was legitimately highlight of my morning stream. Holy crap, that was cool. Alright, I mean, we're not going to be using this thing for a long ass time, but hang on, let me get this thing symmetrically parked in here. It's going to drive me nuts if it's not. Come on now. There we go. That was cool, man. That was cool. Because this thing's a beast, and I'm able to pick it up. I gotta repark this, though, because that was not, it's not the parking spot for this bad boy. Yeah, this is welcome to how to have 6 people eaten by the worm all at once. Oh, I gotta clip that. That's gonna be its own. Yeah, that was awesome. 222. Carrier. Dumpster. Fun. How cool was that, guys? A little disappointed that there's no assault, no Atreides variant for that. But here, let me get a better screenshot for the guild, because now that we've got the sunlight, we've got a better look at things. Hang on, I gotta do this with the other one first. How to have 6 people eaten by the worm at the same time. Okay, let's save that screenshot. And then let's also do this screenshot. Would you look at that? Would you look at that? I know, Pale Spider, it is so big. My thopter is so big. My thopter is so hard. What is the name of that movie? It's Christina Applegate and oh my god, I'm gonna have to look up that movie now because I don't remember the name of it. Alright, screenshots are shared with the guild. I'll put those out on social media here in a bit. What was the question, Arjolly? 3 large refuels later, Whiskey Dad? Right. I wonder how fuel economic... That's right, my copter throbs, baby. Alright, I gotta go look at that movie now, because it's gonna drive me nuts. The Sweetest Thing. It's the You're Too Big to Fit in Here song. If you know what I'm talking about, go Google this right now. The movie is called The Sweetest Thing, and the song is called You're Too Big to Fit in Here. It's Cameron Diaz, Christina Applegate, Selma Blair. It's such a great movie. There's a whole bunch of great people in it. Not Clueless. It's called The Sweetest Thing. Is the name of the movie. Who else is in that? Thomas Jane is in it. I'm gonna look up the cast really quick. Thomas Jane, Jason Bateman, Parker Posey. It's got a stacked cast. It was a really funny movie. Throbbing Thopters is a killer band name, dude. It is. I totally missed Aaron 59's sub over on Twitch, so I apologize for the delay on that. Thank you so much. Tiago Miller says, my last statement here, you don't have to link your personality so much with your content. If a content's not going well, you don't have to be so offended. This is the same guy with a second account. Look at this shit, guys, over on Twitch. You don't have to link your personality so much to your content. If it's not going well, you don't have to be so offended. Sometimes games are fun, you don't promote them because you don't have so many viewers. Money isn't everything, and you've said you were a cheap date. That is the same person who got banned from Twitch 15 minutes ago. I guarantee it.
Why are you so offended? Meh.
So here's the thing. You don't have to link your personality so much with your content. Tell us you don't know the channel without telling us you don't know the channel. Being a streamer is 100% about tying your personality to the content. That's why people tune in. People tune in because of the personality. Because everybody and their brother streams games. Why would you watch Carnage versus Ninja versus Shroud versus whoever? You watch them because of their personalities. You watch them because you like the way that they play games. Maybe you like the game that they're playing and that's why they're there, but you stick around because of the personality. That's why streaming is the way it is. You're an entertainer when you are streaming for a living. Your job is to be an entertainer. So, yeah. Tell us you created a second account after you got banned with the first one without telling us you created a second account after you got banned with the first one. Kids. Yeah, definitely take the advice of a guy with 2 subscribers, including his mom. Totally. Being offended is a choice. That's true. That is true. Garrett says, I watch streamers for shits, but stay for the streamer. I mean, that's the thing. It's like, the people that I watch because they're entertaining, and that's what streamers are. It's an entertainment source. Or this is the same guy who came over from YouTube. I've got this guy called War Hero 40,000 who's been ranting on my YouTube short all last night. I'm sure your double-digit views are raking it all in. Oh shit! He typed it with a serious face from his DX Racer. I use Streamlabs, not OBS. Alright, let me go put these screenshots out on social media now that I've got them out for the guild, because this is really cool to share out with the Dune Awakening community. Let's see here. Alright, let me get my tags here, my hashtags. Those are some pretty awesome screenshots, if I don't say so myself. If you guys want to see the screenshots I just took, they just went out on Twitter X. I'm putting them on Blue Sky right now. And now I'm putting them on the Facebook page. That last one over the Haga Basin is pretty freaking awesome, if I don't say so myself. Just saying, that's a pretty dope shot. That turned out really good. They really need a photo mode though, where we can like hide the UI and there's Toombs' base. You can see it between the wings there. Pretty awesome. Yeah, that's gonna be a whole big guild thing. For later on. F6 hides UI? I did not know that. Really? I'll be damned. I did not know that. I don't ever use I play on the controller, so I don't know a lot of the keyboard commands. Well, that's cool. I'll have to take that back out when the sun comes up next time and go get another screenshot, but without the UI. I did not know you could do that. Okay. Well, I've accomplished. Like, that was, I didn't think I was going to get that built until next week, so that's built. I think I might be good to move over to the alt for a little bit. Oh, I could stick that back in the guild chest. Hold up. No, that's mine. Get back in here. Yeah. F12 takes a screenshot through Steam. This is from a game development point of view, so I've always just sort of ignored them, and I've always just used like GOG or Epic occasionally. But I've noticed this past year as I've gotten bigger as a content creator, everybody wants to do their demos through Steam. So I've been using Steam more and more. And then Dune Awakening is the first game I've ever actually sunk time into Steam with. You know, I've played a couple of things like Battlestar Galactica Deadlock, some other stuff through Steam. So I don't really know all the, if I hit F12, what does it do? Is it just, it literally just took a screenshot? It says screenshot taken. I didn't know that. Thank you for that. Something else I learned today. The weird thing is this will save it to that machine, which I don't ever use for anything because it's not my production machine. So then I would have to like go find that screenshot and send it over to here, unless it saves it online. Maybe on my Steam profile. I don't know how that works. Okay. I don't need to produce anything here. I should probably produce some more lube. Since the trolls and their moms used it all up. So I could log onto my account in Google Chrome and find the screenshots. Or do I have to be logged onto the Steam client? Dude, let's just switch this out. It's getting kind of pathetic that I'm running around with that broken ass. It's through the Steam cloud? Perfect. Alright, on your Steam profile, content screens. Awesome. learn something new every day, man. Screenshot, upload screenshots. All right, I'll have to go dig that up. I didn't know you could take screenshots through Steam. That's cool if you can. Which is funny. It's funny that oh, by the way, it looks like the stream dropped over on the Steam page, but it's back now. Looks like there was a drop a minute ago. F12 has been my screenshot button for years, and I wasn't aware. That's funny that it's also the Steam default for screenshot. That's funny. Funny, haha, not funny, hee hee. Or maybe both. Alright, let's see here. If I'm done with I don't think there's anything else I need to do here on this character today. Which means we can probably log over and... play the alt for a little bit. That sounds like a plan. Alright, let me get to this screen really quick so that I don't share my server info with everybody. We're going to switch on over. Other server, please. Connecting. I've heard pretty good things about the new Superman movie. I'm nowhere near the city to go watch it, but I'm looking forward to that coming to digital media. Huh. So a week ago, I had 242 followers on Instagram. We're about to cross 5,000. That's nuts. Viral posts, man. Well, that's cool. We're finally getting big on that social media channel and growing everywhere else as well. We had quite a few people today show up in the stream saying they were coming over from the Instagram, which is all. I'm glad that people are following through and actually coming over to the streams too. Tomb says I enjoyed it. It was a solid B for me. Man, that's all you can ask for is if a movie is fun. Generally speaking, James Gunn makes fun movies. I think I've followed his career ever since he made Slither, which honestly I watched because it was Nathan Fillion. But I've enjoyed pretty much everything that James Gunn has ever done. So I was anticipating this was going to be something I was going to enjoy. Even though I also really love everything that Snyder does too, and I loved the Snyderverse stuff, man. I really loved his Batman with Ben Affleck. I loved that Batman character, the Henry Cavill Superman. I loved all of the stuff he did. But it's cool. Like I've loved, like, oh, I'm a brown coat for life, 100%. So is my brother. My brother actually. So my brother's a lot younger than me. I had another brother who was 2 years younger, but he's no longer with us. And then I have another brother who's 13 years younger, and he's the one who owns the ranch. And I got him. He had never watched Firefly, so I got him into Firefly. And then I remember like it was Halloween. He was like 16 or 17, and I watched it with him. And then he like the very first Halloween after Firefly, after he watched Firefly, he was dressed up as Captain Mel. And then his kids have gone on like they've done group Halloweens together. So yeah. But that's one of the things I loved about playing Halo 3 so much was because like the entire Firefly cast was in Halo 3, right? And like they played all these crazy side characters, and it was great running around in Halo 3 and like hearing all of their voices everywhere. It's like the random Marines. I had a point I was trying to make. What was I talking about? Slither, Nathan Fillion, Snyder Cut, Superman. Oh, generally speaking, like I will always enjoy a franchise film, whether it's Batman, Superman, Spider-Man. I don't care who the actors are. I've always enjoyed like every new like Christian Bale's Batman was great. So was Michael Keaton's Batman. Even the Clooney and Val Kilmer Batmans were, you know, they have their place. But I am really loving the Robert Pattinson Batman. And the Penguin spinoff show they just did, which aired on HBO last year, was Colin Farrell deserves to win some. Everybody on that cast from the Penguin show deserves to win awards. That was a freaking phenomenal show. I don't really care for the Marvel stuff is definitely sort of worn out. I'm kind of like burned out on Marvel stuff. I'll still watch them occasionally, but it's like after they finished Phase 1, I just kind of lost interest. I was like, I followed it from Iron Man up until the end of the Avengers Age of Ultron 2 or whatever it was, and they killed Thanos and everybody came back from the snapback, and I was like, all right, cool, universe saved. I don't need to watch. So I haven't watched. I did watch the first seasons of everything they were doing on Disney Plus. Other than, and I need to watch it because it has Oscar Isaac in it, but the Moon show, I can't remember the name of it now. I didn't watch that, but I watched season 1 of Loki, season 1 of the Scarlet Witch. I watched all those season 1 shows. I've not watched season 2 of Loki because I'm just like, nah. I kind of quit caring. It's like, nah. It's like, you know, they're doing another Avengers. I'm like, another Thor movie. Love and Thunder was kind of like, meh. But I will always watch like a Batman or a Spider-Man or Superman. I like those films. Ghost Rider, like Nicolas Cage did a great turn with that. Those 2 movies that he did. The Venom movies, which I haven't actually finished. I watched Tom Hardy's first Venom movie, but I have not watched the 2 follow-ups. And Chris actually asked me the other day. She's like, "Hey, could we watch those?" And I was like, "Fuck yeah, we can watch." I didn't like. She's normally not huge into superhero movies, but we were watching TikTok together and we saw a clip, and she was like, "Hey, we never watched the sequel." And I was like, "You're right. There's a third one too." And she's like, "Really? We should watch those." And I was like, "All right." So I think at some point this summer, we'll probably watch those 3 Venom movies back to back. Get caught up on those. All right. Let me take a bio. Oh man, it looks like the Twitch is having some issues. I don't know what it is. Probably the Twitch servers, guys. But it looks like Twitch has started and restarted like 3 times. But I don't see any dips in my bitrate, which means it's probably the Twitch host servers. And I'm not seeing anything on YouTube, so sorry. Stuff happens sometimes. All right, let me take a bio, and then we'll come do some alt stuff.
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
The Nathan Fillion Civilian Pavilion. That's awesome. I would have signed that petition in a heartbeat. All right.
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
Wait for the storm here. Timestamp this and figure out where we go from here.
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
I think we're going to work on the betrayal, or not the betrayal, we're going to work on the rest of the Harkonnen quest today. Now that I have my gear sorted out and etc. We have to go to a testing station today, so we're going to switch out for some combat gear. I'm going to take the scout set, I think. Slaver, 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 slaver. All the scout stuff. Make sure that this is indeed the scout set. Yep, scout jacket, scout pants, scout mask, scout boots, scout gloves. We're gonna stash our stuff there. Where are we going? Over here? Test of treachery. Find the Kirib hideout in the testing station. Okay. So I need a liter john full of water. Let's make sure that we fill up before we go. We have our vehicle. Do we need to repair the vehicle? I should be okay. Alright, go west, young. Oh my goodness. Yay, made it. Where are we? I mean, I could just probably drive straight through here.
Shields up.
You do whatever you want with your shields, buddy. I'm long gone. Alright, can I boot across right here? Yep. No quicksand, right? There we're good. Alright, this will be interesting. I think, to be honest with you, let's go a little north. Probably I can go straight across that. Straight shot, I think we can do this. Somebody's asking in YouTube chat, what's the point of the deep desert? I just got here 20 hours ago and I don't understand the purpose. Is it farming all over again? There's a lot of things to do in the deep desert. Big thing though is that it's a survival game. So what do you do in survival games? What's the gameplay loop in a survival game? What's the gameplay loop been up until you got to the deep desert? I think that's the answer to your question right there. What is the gameplay loop of a survival game? And what has been the gameplay loop of Dune Awakening up until the deep desert? Then take that gameplay loop and add the Landsrad to it. Add group-based testing stations to it. Add the group-based activities that you can do in the far northern reaches, should you choose to participate in those group-based activities. So, fundamentally it's the same gameplay loop with a lot of other stuff added on top of it. But if you're bored by the gameplay loop of a survival game, then you're going to be bored with the deep desert. Because it is a survival gameplay. Also bear in mind, yeah, like Wonder in the Dark just said over on Twitch, the game just launched like 6 weeks ago or whatever. They have so much more content they're going to be adding to the deep desert over time. Just like every game when it first launches, content gets added over time. They've got 4 DLCs already planned out. They've got solo and small group content coming to the deep desert, and the Landsrad at some point. I should say Landsrad, not deep desert. I missed my turn off because I'm talking and not paying attention. They are adding more content to the Landsrad over time. My streams and videos are a great place in terms of what do you do in the deep desert, because our entire community of players is off in the deep desert right now and have been for about the past 2 to 3 weeks. Is that where we're going? That's where we're going. Oh, you. Alright. This is indeed where we are going. Alright. But mileage will vary just about with any other game. Like, I've had this guy who's been going back and forth with me in a YouTube short for like 30 comments now, and I keep getting him back with passive aggressive comments. But his whole thing has been,
The game has the game doesn't have anybody playing it. No one wants to do forced PvP. There's nobody doing the in-game play. There's look at this. Look at Steam. People are complaining. Look at Reddit. People are complaining.
cry harder. I can't hear you over the sound of how much fun I'm having. Like 350 hours-ish in. I haven't done... This character has storylines I've not done before. Like, I'm doing Harkonnen storylines. Never seen them. Haven't seen the Betrayal quests. Once I finish those series of quests, I'll be finished with everything the game has to offer up until this point. We'll probably be around 400 hours of gameplay at that point. And at that point, I will be sort of done and waiting for them to add new content. But there's always, like, the stuff that our guild is working on together out in the deep desert. Like, if I want to go contribute to that, I can. I just helped build the Carryothopter today, occasionally harvesting spice for the guild. Who else is in here? I gotta remember this is a different character, so I don't have my turret. Right? Classic paranoid sheltered kid. Right, great. The real players of this game are way too busy playing the game and having fun to go post on Reddit about how
I don't like this.
node stealers. You mean the imaginary boogeyman who takes your T6 nodes? The magic boogeyman that doesn't exist because you made it up? That's right, Bubble. If you don't agree with my opinions, are you really having fun? Oh shit, there's two of them. Oh shit, I forgot I have, here. Oh, actually, I have to pay attention here. Oh, you bitch. These guys are going to be hard to take down. Alright, one down. Two down. I just had to get away from that dude with the... Piece of cake. I just needed some room to get him past him. I gotta remember that I'm on a different character here, and I do need to pay attention to looting things because I'm a brokey. attention to chests. Gotta get out of the way. Oh, I missed! I missed! Bitches. Alright, one down. Come on. Okay, two down. The burst component, I much prefer the other one, which had like a steady fire, because my aim sucks. Alright, you're down. Alright, there's definitely somebody around this corner, so let's... No? Where are you at? Dude, I heard you. Where are you? Oh, you're through this door. How come I can't get through there yet? Apparently I need like a key. Oh, hello. I will happily drink. So I need to find a key to get through that door. Where might the key be? Must be on the other side. Still haven't seen a pentashield key anywhere. Back it up, back it up. Nope, 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 nope. Oh yeah, I love this scout armor for the dodging. Fuck, I'm starting to really love the Swordmaster way more than I thought I was going to. And I don't even have that many cool abilities yet. But the damage you do is so substantial. Okay. Got the key. I should probably pick that up. It's free bandages. Grab this. Out, back to the other room. I'll catch up on chat here in a minute, guys. I can't, I actually have to focus when I'm inside these things, especially since I'm lower level and I don't remember, I'm so used to playing my Mentat that I actually have to think about what abilities I have on this character because I don't play him that often. So it's like, that's right, this guy's a Swordmaster. No Mentat turret to save my ass. Anybody else? Hang on, the thing I needed was in this room and I went past it. That is for the Harkonnen quest. That should get me into the Harkonnen faction finally. I think this is the last step to actually make me a full-fledged Harkonnen. Alright, now go through here. Is that it? Now, I think there was a door up top, wasn't there, that had like a pentashield thingy? Oh, 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 oh. We gotta go quick. Oh, back up. Where are those fuckers at? Oh, I missed. Okay, one more, right? Or is it the last one? I think we're good. Chest is... Okay. Is there no schematics chest in here? Okay, we came in through there. I'm guessing there's no schematics chest in this one. Oh, hang on. No, yeah, there was no schematics chest in this one, apparently. Boo, says I. Boo. However, I got the quest objective, which means I can go back and finish my Harkonnen quest line. Gray says, listening to the stream as I drive for work makes the drive fun. Hey man, I'm glad that that's something that we had a guy, it's been a while since we've heard from him. I don't remember his username, to be honest with you, but we had a guy who he was driving long haul. He was a long haul trucker, and he was driving, I want to say like a Texas to Colorado route or something. And he used to tune in to like, man, it was either the EverQuest 2 or the World of Warcraft stuff. And that was like his jam, was like tuning in to the MMO stuff that we used to play. And it was always cool because he'd tune in when he would, be here during a long stretch. Like keep him company for 6 hours while he's driving. I think that's cool. All right, let me get caught up on chat really quick before we go too further. Probably says, never understand those types of people. I wouldn't go to a Coldplay concert and spend the show complaining about how boring their music was. Right.
But I want you to hate things as much as I do. Let me yell on Reddit louder.
I love the fact that, when we started mocking the trolls over the past week, look at that spice blow. That was really awesome. We've had about, I should have paid attention. There might be stuff out here that I don't want to run into when I was paying attention to the pretty spice and not where I'm driving. Ever since we started like pushing the troll content harder and like putting YouTube clips and stuff out, there's like, I don't know, probably half a dozen people now who have made like comments like, I wish you wouldn't do that. Stop feeding the trolls. It's like, I think you have this in reverse. They're feeding me. Like, and I'm gonna totally continue to like put their content out there in the spotlight, because when people rant about stuff like that, like the angry Coldplay viewer, like, we might not do that, but I'm totally gonna leverage that negativity, use it for good. Because for the 5 or 6 people who have complained, there's like 7,000 new followers, and I'm sorry. The 5 or 6 of the people who have complained. Sorry, the math doesn't compute. I wish you wouldn't focus on the trolls. It's free engagement, baby. Would you rather I become like every other content creator out there and just make shitty content about how the game studios suck and how gaming sucks and we all should be bitter, angry human beings because everything sucks? I would much rather make fun of the people who do that kind of shit, because I'm over here having fun playing video games. But Renfail, you abandoned the World of Warcraft guild. Oh. PvP is bad, Dune is cooked. Right, that's my next title. You're not wrong, Pale Spider. We should probably make a mockumentary about how the PvP is so bad that Dune Awakening won't be able to survive. You know what's really funny to me? Could anybody tell me how long Destiny 2 has been out? It's like 8 or 10 years, right? Off the top of their head, if everybody knows. I was looking at, oh, I think somebody might have blocked this off with their base. You know what I'm supposed to do right now, everybody? I'm supposed to go make a ranty post on Reddit about how these assholes shouldn't be allowed to block the roads with their bases. How dare they? It's gonna inconvenience me so much to put my vehicle away, use my Shiga wire, climb up top, and run over the top of their base, and drop down the other side, and spawn my bike again, get back on my bike, jump on my bike, continue my ride. Oh my god, that was such an inconvenience. How dare they build their base right there? They have inconvenienced me for all of 10 seconds. That's right, Garrett. Monetize the trolls. September 6, 2017. So that's like 8 years-ish. So I don't have it pulled up in front of me, but I was checking this morning. And obviously, Destiny 2 has a big spike of new players right now because of the expansion. But it had like a daily average on Steam of something like 20 or 30,000 off the top of my head when I was looking this morning. Any long-term live service game will always have a smaller number of players who play the game long-term than they will have compared to the spike that always exists around fresh content, like whether it's the fresh release or, like, I saw PC Gamer, or no, might have been Games Radar. Someone was trying to publish a piece saying Destiny 2 is never going to get back to its glory days of 300,000 concurrent players, and I'm like, duh. I thought you guys are game journalists. Duh. Games never, ever, 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 ever have as many players after the launch of their game. Actually, that's not typically true. There are some games that have gone against the grain and have been really rare and have managed to get, more players with subsequent, like Cyberpunk 2077 is a good example of that. Like, the game got better and got more players playing it over time. But generally speaking, a game launches, has really good numbers. There's a player attrition that happens. There's a certain percentage of players that stick with you long term, and then there's players who come back for every single expansion. And I've seen so many people try to do doom and gloom. You're right. I should make a short about that, Gray. So much doom and gloom around Dune Awakening's population. Well, the game's only been out for not even 2 months yet. Hang on, I gotta timestamp this short. Base is in the way. The game is still averaging, I want to say, I'm gonna go look it up right now. Journalists name their sources and use quotes. So true. Looks like the 24-hour peak is 60,000. So it is falling a little bit, for sure. There's 51,000 players playing right now. 60,000 peaking. That's still a very healthy number. Let's look at Destiny 2. So Destiny 2 fell from 316,000 players at its peak to, it looks like around 35,000 to 40,000 players. Looks like, we could probably say 40,000 average. I can't do the math, but 316,000 to 40,000 is a massive attrition compared to Dune Awakening, which had a launch of, I think it peaked at like 190,000 and still maintains a 60,000 per evening player base after 2 months. Now, over time, those numbers will probably drop, depending on how frequently they push out story updates and stuff. But anytime someone tries to preach doom and gloom at you over Steam charts, just realize that 99.9% of those people don't know what the fuck they're talking about when it comes to player attrition and the long-term lifespan of MMOs / live service multiplayer games. Right, I'm not even factoring in the console audience, Transcend. I'm literally just looking at Steam charts to compare and talk about player attrition on Steam. Yeah, most games these days, Pale Spider, have like about a 90%. It's like a 90 to 95% attrition rate over the course of like the first 3 months. So most games, and players will always try to point at that and say, "Oh, that's proof of a game failing," and it's like, no, it's not. That's just attrition rate. Players play a game for 3 months, they finish all the content, they move on to other things. It doesn't matter if the developer continues to push out updates. The players have already played the content, they've moved on. They're gonna go play what's new. There's a new Netflix show. There's a new video game that's come out. There's a new live service game, a new shooter. Like, the next RPG is out. Like, we have so many games that launch. Like, my schedule for the next 5 months, I published that the other day. Just this month, we're playing Death Stranding 2, Destiny 2, Dune Awakening, Tales of the Shire. Next month, I'm playing... September's going to be the big month. Next month is... Why am I blanking all of a sudden? Oh, Mafia: The Old Country. At the beginning of the month, end of the month is the Gears of War Reloaded. September is Hell Is Us, Indiana Jones: The Great Circle DLC, Borderlands 4. There's a Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 DLC in there somewhere. There's a Stalker 2 DLC in there somewhere. Then we got Ghost Yotei, we got Outer Worlds 2. Like, players play lots of games. Duh! Numbers are going to do this for every game. Players come out, play the game when it launches. If it's a live service game with a DLC or story content, they will cycle back around in their spare time or when there's a major content drop. They'll play it and then move on. I was just looking at Lord of the Rings Online on Steam, right? So this is another perfect example of so Lord of the Rings Online has its own client, its own launcher. But you'll have people who try to point to this right here and say things like, dude, no one's playing Lord of the Rings Online. There's only like 1,200 players who play Lord of the Rings Online every day. So that only represents the Steam audience, which is a fraction of its audience because they didn't come out with a Steam client. They didn't have a Steam client until when? I don't even know when the Steam client came out. It says 13 years ago, so I don't know if that's accurate. I've always played directly through their actual launcher. But if you look at the investor reports, which are required by law to be published because they are a publicly traded company, there are still around 125 to 130,000, if I remember correctly, active paying subscribers to Lord of the Rings Online. So even if you only see 1,000 of them on Steam every night, who knows how many are actually playing every single day with the native client launcher, you know? But 125,000 monthlies is nothing to sneeze at. I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that. I think I was rambling about people being bitchy about numbers and being all doom and gloom and me making fun of the trolls and yeah, that's like I had a hyperfixation with like I think I hyperfixate like most people do. Like you get something that you really like, you fixate on it for a little while. Like I really love pizza, but if I ate pizza every single day, I would get sick of it and go away for 3 months and come back and 6 months down the road and be like, I like pizza again.
You look ready for bigger and better things. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Such a flawless document. Such a pretty lie. That sanctimonious sod is going to suffer. And it makes me old but quiver in pleasure.
This guy. Is that it?
Oh, no. Just one more delicious touch. You must blackmail Anton personally.
I'm pleased to see you again.
Got something you should see, buddy.
What's this? What? This is nonsense. I showed no cowardice on the battlefield. This never happened. This document is false.
Looks official to me. There are a bunch of copies.
It's petty lies. Maxim put you up to this, didn't he? That mongrel cur. What do you even hope to get out of this?
Back off the Scorta investigation and all this goes away.
Do you honestly think I would compromise my honor for the sake of vanity? For the sake of a clean record? This is a desperate move.
Well, we'll let the public and your fellow soldiers decide what this is.
Very well. Damn you. I
feel
will
dirty for
look the
doing
other way
this,
regarding
but
the
I
Scorta
know I'm going to
case
betray them long term.
for the
so
moment.
Thank you for your cooperation.
When the Harkonnen use you, betray you, and throw you away, and they will, come see me about getting retribution.
You look ready for bigger and better things.
Let's deliver the document.
I
Oh,
saw.
all my coffee's wearing off.
Masterfully done. Hand me those documents just in case you have a change of heart. to see that. We
Oops.
will do great and terrible things, you and I. However, be advised that any betrayal after this point will have most dire consequences. There
Babylonia, what
of
are the
course,
consequences if you
perks.
betray? Do they
I
actually send
pulled a
guys
few
after you, or
strings
is
to
it just
grant
like,
access
oops, you
to
can't use our merchants
exclusive
anymore?
Harkonnen vendors. You can thank me later.
However, if there's
For
spoilers
now,
attached to that answer, don't
now
tell
is
me.
good. What's more, you can now align your guild to House Harkonnen, or join a faction-aligned guild to participate in the Landsrat. Opportunity ripens, and the fruits of your labor have paid off. Do you recall the falsified communications log I had you plant earlier? The man you framed was a simple merchant, one with ties to the Atreides. Now, he's been wrongly accused of being a double agent, and hence, killed.
So who did it?
That's the beauty of it. The vilified sod was killed by regretful Atreides deserters, desperate to get into Duke Leto's good graces once again. And now, for the crown jewel of this masterpiece. You will find the deserters and finish them off, ensuring more Atreides infighting.
Okay.
I assume nothing until the task is done.
Go to the deserter hideout. Which is over there on the other side of the Haga Rift. Yay! I think I'm officially a Harkonnen now, right? I could use the vendors. Which means I could buy my Ornithopter now. There we are. Rank 2. Recruit. No Man's Sky. That's another good example. Yeah. I know they had a dramatic. They went from overwhelmingly negative to overwhelmingly positive on Steam over the course of like an 8-year journey. So many journey things here happening. Dude, I kind of like this, like I'm not losing too much water in this scout suit. So I'm kind of a big fan of the scout armor. However, look at that armor set. I want that right there. I want the goggles and everything, man. Just call me Riddick if I'm wearing that outfit. Speaking of which, can I customize this, which I have not done yet? What can I customize it with? Bunch of stuff I probably can't use yet because I haven't earned it with this character. Yeah, let's switch over to the keyboard here. It's a little bit easier to do this sometimes. Yeah, see, that has a cape. I almost feel like I would rather use that for the cape. Ooh, no. I have access to this. Never mind. I forgot I had access to the scavenger set. Never mind. I'm good. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Because this, I already know. I don't need the hood. The pants. There we are. I'll have the same out. I got the same outfit on my other guy. We are good to go. Now, I might not have the exact boots I want yet. Yep, we're good. We're good. Yay! Now I can actually look kind of cool with my character. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, awesome. And I don't need a helmet at the moment. If I get a helmet though later on, you know, there's a I don't know where it's at. It's this one, right? Where's it at? Oh, you know what? I don't have access to it because it's the Atreides Scout helmet. It looks really, really cool with this set. But I'm not actually wearing a helmet, so. But look at that. Look at that. I look like a proper soldier boy now. Scout armor for the win. And that will be my look for the foreseeable future because I will not be changing out of these garments anytime soon. But I will have to get the recipes so that I can repair these over time. The GIMP masks in this game. Oh my god. Well, I tell you what, guys. I think we're good. I'm going to go watch the next episode of Foundation and get the review up on YouTube here within the next hour, hour and a half probably. And then I think I'm going to take a nap and see what the day brings us. Tomorrow is Saturday, so we'll be back again tomorrow morning. Same routine. We're doing Destiny 2 in the morning, and then for the first stream for about 2.5, 3 hours. And then we're going to come back and do Dune Awakening for a few hours. So we just crossed the 7-hour mark a little bit ago, so I got to get a bunch of stuff clipped. I got a bunch of YouTube shorts to promote. I got I've got a yeah. I already talked about the beginning, but merch is on the way, guys. Merch is on the way. Maybe by the end of August. I don't know. I gotta reach out, do some more merch shop research. But I got some artwork in the work right now. As of last night. Matter of fact, I need to go pay a deposit today on PayPal. And then I'm trying to think if there's anything else that's happening today specifically. I don't think so. But if you haven't already done so, make sure you get over to the YouTube channel because everything in between happens over there. So Foundation will be out. Episode 2 review. If you haven't seen my Star Trek Strange New Worlds episodes 1 and 2 reviews went out yesterday. And whenever Chris gets done with her stuff, we're supposed to continue watching Sandman. She's been busy with chicken stuff the last few days and hasn't wanted to watch anything at night, so I've been doing my other things at nights. So I'll catch you guys next time. Stay safe, happy gaming. Thanks for all the repeat fun today, and I'll see everybody tomorrow. Have a great Friday.